Hi, friends. I just wanted to give a quick little lowdown about the correlation of history between America and Ghana, in particular Africa, just in general, actually. There's a point in time where America, and other countries as well, but America would go over to Africa, sail on over, and we would, instead of taking trade, because they have a lot of livestock and just different animals that we can use for trade, for money and stuff like that, we just started taking people and later on making them slaves to work on plantations and basically work for us. This is, by the way, very terrible. And so, what we would allow them to do is we would allow them to work, to walk, to sometimes eat and drink, and sing. Everything else was a no go, pretty much. And so, with the singing, um, they developed these things. The Africans developed this thing of field hollering. So basically, this is where they would sing out in the fields, some spirituals, or just they would just make up sort of kind of lyrics on the spot about missing their homes, missing their family, maybe their kids or wives or whatever, and they would do that pretty much all day, and this slowly but surely became the foundation for one of the earliest forms of call and response in America. So let's say someone's saying, I miss my woman or I miss my wife back home. Um, then the other people that were working would also say something along the lines of, yeah, me too, or stuff like that. It's basically a conversation going on musically. So, and just so take that, and that was the form, that was the tipping point for jazz, for music that was going to go past jazz. And jazz, by the way, is America's only true original art form that we have. And if you just sit and think about that, our greatest art form came from when we were having slaves and they were talking. That was the pretty much the roots of it. I just think it's really crazy to think about that basically in the 1800s, around there, that what they did basically set music for us until now, honestly. Jazz, R&B, rock, gospel, all that kind of stuff. Um, and so it wasn't only musically that we see a resemblance with, also with this lecture. I opened up with the dancing pallbearers that were actually in Ghana, and they were dancing around, just being funny, just being fun with this funeral. And if you know anything about New Orleans, Louisiana, they almost have the exact same mentality about funeral. So Ghana in particular, they would have basically these pallbearers, and they would start dancing, and well, dancing is a big thing, is a big cultural thing over in Ghana. So when other people start dancing with the coffin on their shoulders, then other people start following them. Almost the exact same thing happens here in the States, in New Orleans. It's called the second line. So basically, it goes the family, the family of the whoever is in the casket, whoever is deceased, the band, and then people who are following to see that funeral, the people that are behind the band. That's what's called the second line, and they dancing. Of course, they're not dancing with the coffin on the shoulder, but they're just dancing all around, and they're making the funeral more of a celebration of life, as opposed to the grieving of a loss of a person.